Season 7 couples are dropping like flies. Taylor and Clarke are also done. Nic confirming the breakup behind a paywall is not helping the allegations. And Brinity and Carniy on Watch What Happens Live. Hit or miss for y'all. What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Duce with the News. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch my videos. If you are new here, please like, comment, and share this video and join the family. Thank you. So yes, welcome back to Duce with the News, episode 11. We have a few things to talk about. I want to talk about a few of the season 8 Islanders who have signed with agencies. We will go over Nic and Olandria. We have some new tea there also. Brinity and Carniy made a appearance on Watch What Happens Live, and also Taylor and Clarke hit the dust. Okay, Taylor and Clarke no longer. I picked Clarke. It's not a thing anymore. So let's get started. Hold on, before we get started, I would like to say, making this video, I am 6 people, okay, 6 subscribers away from hitting 1K. Make some motherfucking noise. Y'all know I was trying to hit 1K by the end of August, okay, and it's what, August 1st tomorrow. I am so happy, and in honor of hitting 1K, when I do, I will be going live. So that will happen sometime next week, thankfully, if I hit those 6 subscribers. And yeah, we will be talking about some things, getting into some things. It will be my very first live, and I would love if you guys can join, okay? So more details on that to come. Now let's get into the video. One thing I can say about Kenzie is she has been working, okay? She has been working. She left the villa and hit the ground running, okay? And usually it is like that for the people who don't win Love Island, and that's no shade. It is like that. They get a little bit more time to ease into real life. They don't have as many responsibilities. And yeah, they got a little bit more leeway, a little bit more wiggle room to do what they want to do. Y'all know she did like an appearance at a, I can't remember, it was like a pop-up shop, I think, and the girl was hitting splits in the display. Kenzie is saying, I'm gonna give y'all whatever y'all want, okay? And Dylan is right there, right along with her. They remind me of that one couple, like it was giving back in the day vibes. What's that one movie? If I think of it, I'll put it on the screen. But shout out to Kenzie. Kenzie signed to Gersh, okay? She has signed to Gersh. Anaya is also signed to Gersh, okay? So shout out to Kenzie for making some moves outside this villa. I can say, I pretty much like Kenzie inside the villa besides the hypocritical shit she was doing. But I did like her, but I like her even more outside the villa. Like, no shade, I really do. She seems like a good time. She does. So shout out to Kenzie for signing with Gersh. Another person who has signed with an agency is Kada, okay? Kada has signed to UTA. Now, I don't think they posted an official, let me look while we're on here. I don't think they posted like the official picture, like welcome to UTA. But she does, let me see. No, she doesn't have an official picture on UTA, but in her bio, she does have an email with United Talent. She has her own email. So, I mean, I don't know. Is that picture to come? Maybe she's about to take, you know, do a photo shoot and get some pictures taken so they can have, a headshot for her, because she is in LA currently. She's been in LA for a couple days. So, you know, I believe her and Melanie and Naya are together right now. They posted a picture earlier on Instagram. So yes, the Islanders are working. And I'm not gonna lie, I love that this is the route that they're taking and this is how they did it. I feel like season 7 was very loud. So coming from season 7 to this post villa, it's a lot more calm. And I like the calmness of it all. I'm not gonna front, I really do. Which reminds me of Brinity and Carniy's Watch What Happens Live. But we're gonna get into that in a minute, okay? Not just yet. So moving along, let's talk about Nicolandria, or Nic in this case, okay? There's no more Nicolandria, unfortunately, but let's talk about Nic. So Nic confirmed the breakup with him and Olandria behind a paywall on TikTok, okay? He posted on his TikTok for his subscribers, the people who pay for his subscription, that basically thanked them for all the well wishes. He's been seeing everything, and he did want to confirm that it is true. So this is what Nic said. To Nicolandria community, the rumors are true. I didn't want to give people false hope, so I wanted to clear the air. We will continue to love each other always. It's a sensitive as well as private subject. Thank you for respecting our privacy. He posted this literally to his subscribers only on TikTok. And you know, a lot of people not feeling that. It's a lot of murmurs, a lot of rumors that he is only validating they were a PR couple, they only was in it for the money relationship, okay? And in my opinion, it doesn't help, okay? It does not help those rumors. It does not help that, because why did you have to put that behind a paywall? You feel me? Why did you have to put that behind the subscribers only? Why could you not just post that on your regular TikTok to your Nicolandria community? You know, I don't get that. I don't understand that, especially because you know somebody was going to screenshot that and post it somewhere. Like, y'all know, okay? Nothing is really sacred anymore. I don't know. I really don't know Nic's processing that, but they both are back to posting on social media pretty regularly. So, I mean, it is what it is. Once again, like I say, Love Island has a lot of kids in their fandom. It's a lot of kids who watch the show, so it is a lot. It's a little messy. It is a little messy, and unfortunately breakups can't just be regular breakups. As adults, we understand people break up, but the kids are butthurt behind it. I'm happy that he was able to, you know, shut down oh, this is a rumor, even though baby, people dropped it. It was never a rumor, but the fact that he had to come on there and say that is crazy enough. Moving on. Brinity and Carniy made an appearance on Watch What Happens Live. I love the episode, okay? I really, really did. Let's get into some of the things that they talked about. Okay, so first off, I want to start by saying the ladies looked good, okay? Trinity, hair. The hair was tea, very much tea. The outfit was very much tea. She had on a D-square outfit with the shoes to match. It looked really good, okay? It's giving Black Barbie, Malibu Barbie, okay? Really, really love that. Anaya, I loved Anaya's hair and glam. That glam, whoever did that glam, keep them, hire them, yeah, let them do whatever. Keep moving forward, absolutely, keep that. 10s across the board for the looks. The chemistry between Brinity is unmatched. No lie, is unmatched. There were so many videos floating around. They cannot keep their hands off each other. Like I said, they always holding on to each other every single time they're around each other. It's really unmatched, and I love that for them, because y'all know we're getting the, oh, this is fake, like Nicolandria comments, and it's just like, just shut up, please, on both parts. Shut up about Nicolandria, shut up about Brinity. Just shut the fuck up. If you don't rock with it, just don't rock with it. It's that simple. Carniy said they have not made it official. They're taking their time to get to know each other. She did emphasize that, I think they both emphasized that he did come in during Casa, so technically they only was talking for about 2 weeks. So it's no point to rush into a relationship when they're still getting to know each other. And I agree. Like, come on now. Y'all don't have to become boyfriend or girlfriend, get in a relationship to please these people. Take your time. I agree. Now, Brinity said that they just came back from Virginia. Bryce has met the family. They haven't spent a day apart since leaving the villa. We can see that. We can see that. Trinity has said multiple times she want to be wherever Bryce is, and vice versa. So, you know, they in a honeymoon stage. They are enjoying each other's presence, okay? Honestly, Trinity posts Bryce more than she posts her damn self. So there you have it. They did have a lot of posts for Watch What Happens Live, and I feel like I'm an avid Watch What Happens Live viewer, and it was a lot of posts, but I feel like this is something you expect with these type of guests, like Love Island guests, okay? They played a game of agree and disagree, and some of the questions were the final four couples ranked right? Everyone agreed. Did Soul make an effort to become friends with the girls? Everyone disagreed. Can't wait for them to get into that at the reunion. Not gonna lie, not gonna hold you. I want to hear about it. I really do. Do they look at Sincere differently after movie night? Everyone disagreed except Carl. Interesting. I mean, I guess it's probably not, because Carl didn't really know him. So what is it? He probably already came in with the notion that this nigga was a liar. Honestly, Mel should have took her family's advice. Everyone disagrees. I'm not gonna lie, I expected that. Like, we all know they was championing for Sincere, so I didn't expect them to say anything opposite of what they said. People didn't explore to stay on the island longer. The ladies agreed, the men disagree. Andy asked Anaya, does she want to speak on who she's talking about, and she said no comment. I'm not gonna lie, Anaya was very poised, okay? She was very tight-lipped. And I'm not mad at that, because, like, once again, this is pre-reunion. If I'm going to say anything, I'm going to let it all out on that reunion stage. No shade. Like, that's where I'm going to put it all out at. So I'm not mad at that. There is more to Corbin and Parmita outside of physicality. Everyone agrees. I'm not surprised that Kenzie and Dylan have made it official. Brinity agrees, Carniy disagrees. Anaya said that it did seem like it was very soon, but overall she's happy for them. I agree. Casey and TT deserve to be in the finals more than Kenzie and Dylan. Everyone agrees except Carl. I think Carl just didn't disagree because Dylan was his casa mate. You feel me? Whatever. The viewers said in a poll that they think Brinity will last the longest. Anaya says she has been watching the season, which I was surprised to hear because I don't think anybody has talked about that. Trinity did mention that she has not really watched this season. I think she said she watched like the first week. So what is that, like episode 1, 2? Maybe. Andy asked Anaya if she has any words for KC at the reunion, and she says no, she's happy for him. Honestly, I think she is tired of the whole narrative. Of course, it is going to come up at the reunion because it was such a prevalent thing on the show. They're going to have to talk about something. But I don't think she maybe like have any hurt feelings. It is what it is. She says she's happy for him. She's happy in her couple. It's cool. Let's move on. One of the polls asked, was Kenzie a player? And while the viewers seem to think so, the lady said no. Trinity said Kenzie was having her way, and I ain't gonna lie, she was. Kenzie was definitely having her way in that villa. Can't be mad at her for that. There was a poll of Nicolandria breakup, and if they were surprised. The viewers said no, they weren't surprised. The Islanders said they were surprised because they were a cute couple. Andy asked the most surprising thing they've learned about their person, and Trinity said, I didn't know he ran LA. If you are on TikTok heavy, then you know that has been like a running joke on TikTok. Somebody posted, commented on my third post, because I'm going off on my third post, and they was like, run LA? Do we know? Do the people in LA know? I'm asking for LA. Bitch, get on my comments. How about that? Like, y'all let it suck the fun out of shit. Girl, shut the fuck up. A viewer in our audience asked Trin how she felt about Zach planting seeds of doubt in Bryce's ear. Honestly, Trinity paid it. I'm not gonna lie, Trinity paid that girl. She basically said, I don't give a fuck. She's like, honestly, I ain't really watched it, and I don't really care. She said, early on, me and Bryce were 50-50 about each other, and we were honest about that, and so they knew. So I'm not faulting anybody for thinking that.
Honestly, I feel like in the beginning, everybody knew, like, me and Bryce were like 50-50.
Honestly, I feel like in the beginning,
I really wasn't,
everybody
like,
knew, like, me and Bryce
no hard
were, like,
feelings. I didn't really care.
That's a very mature way to think.
Really
Andy was like, damn, you're 22?
No hard feelings. I didn't really care.
Wow. And you're 23. Like, he was shocked at how mature they are. And I've been saying it. Trinity was the most mature woman in that villa. That is what it is. Like, whatever. They asked about the BJ thing. Trin said her mom did not believe the BJ thing. I think the BJ thing might have been a lie too. You know, you just say some shit to see if you can get on the show. Maybe it was a lie, maybe it's not. Who knows? I guess we'll never know. They played a game of spin a bottle, and Anaya passed on every single one of her questions. Okay, she did not answer none of her questions. And like I said, honestly, I feel like Anaya is holding things close to her chest for the reunion, as she should. Nothing wrong with that. Andy asked Trinity has any celebs slid in her DMs, and she said no, her DMs are closed. The only thing in there are brand deals. Thank ya.
One celebrity who slid into your DMs since leaving the villa.
Well, my DMs are off, so
One celebrity who slid into your DMs since leaving the villa.
Well, my DMs are off, so I don't got nothing to do.
That's my girl right there.
I don't got nothing but brand deals. That is not.
Thank you. I think that was a straight, direct whack at everybody. All the naysayers, all the people on Threads, Instagram, TikTok who are saying she's not popping out doing brand deals a month after the show. Basically, she's like, oh, they're there. We're getting them contracts already signed, sealed, delivered. I love that. I love when a girl, you know, jab at a bitch. Let me whack her real quick. Whack her again, actually. Thank you. Honestly, my final thoughts on that appearance was I enjoyed it a lot. And there was a lot of people who said it was boring. And honestly, if you feel like it was boring, I think you are somebody who only watched the show for the drama and the bullshit. And I also think that you are a person who don't know reality TV lore. This is how Watch What Happens Live works. This is also a live taping show. It's different than when a show is being edited, okay? Now, Anaya did seem a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. But not in like a bad way. But you know, this is, they're new to this, okay? We ask for regular people and we get regular people, and y'all mad that they're regular. That they're not giving y'all the influencer vibes. They're regular people. We asked for this. Calm the fuck down. Let them get acclimated to this life. This is different, like, you know. And once again, this was a live show. Like I said, I think they all did well. Now, that was the Watch What Happened live show. On Facebook Live, the after show, they asked a few more questions. And one of those questions was about KC and how everything happened. Now, Carl answered that question and the people did not like it, okay? Carl basically said, like, this was, it was a lot of, like, locker room talk. He said, you know, I did used to play football, and, you know, that's how the guys used to talk in there. However, you know, the things that he said, I don't agree with, and I do think they were wrong. But I think people just forget that, you know, we're in this villa because we're in there so long. We forget that we have these mics around our neck. Cool. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, they didn't like that. They said, Carl, what the fuck is you talking about? They did not like that. Carl had to turn his comments off. I don't think y'all understand that people can have 2 points of view about one subject. He can agree that what Casey did was wrong and nasty and out of pocket, which he did say. But he can also agree from a man point of view that this was locker room talk. You know, like boys talk like that. And I agree. It is locker room talk. They was talking in locker room talk. However, I still feel like it was wrong. You feel me? And he should not have said those things about her, especially on camera. Like, you feel me? So, what's the uproar? Like I said, a bunch of fucking kids, honestly. Also, another thing that people were talking about from the Facebook Live was the fact that Bryce said that he had reached out to Casey, or tries to reach out to Casey through text. I don't know if he meant DM or actual text, and he hasn't got a response back. Now, Bryce did say, I think it's just because, you know, Casey is like just going through his thing. I'm not taking it away. You know, and that's cool. I don't think he should. Another thing that happened on the live, Trent was asked a question, and she basically, I think they asked, like, do they have anything to say to anybody outside of, you know, or the Islanders at the reunion? Trinity said not really. The only person she has something to address with is So, because she did see some clips of her outside the villa and she just wasn't feeling that. We know she's talking about that after some clip, and honestly, she ain't wrong for having some shit to say to her. Absolutely not. Check that bitch. Okay? Check her.
I feel like they obviously have grown a connection since they've been coupled up. But I also feel like no one has given them the time of day either. So since if both of their ideal types came in, and I also feel like no one has given them the time of day either. So if both of their ideal types came in, and I know for a fact if they were walking down the street, they would not take a second look at each other.
I am ready for the reunion. They have been posting like
prettier than Trinity.
Basically, the reunion is being taped with a live audience this year, which is new. And the reunion will be getting taped on, I think, the 10th, August 9th or the 10th. So that is coming up, okay? And we will get to see it on the 30th or the 31st. So it's almost here. I'm ready for the reunion to honestly get here, because I want to see if the people who has been talking shit is going to stand on that. And I also want things to just be cleared up. Honestly, like a lot of shit. I hope everybody come. All that I'm not going to the reunion cop out shit is bullshit to me. Stand on what the fuck you did, talk about it, let's move on. That's that. Now let's move on. Literally, Taylor and Clarke has ended their relationship, okay? People has posted an exclusive, another exclusive, okay? People is working, baby. How do they get them exclusives? They got a contract with Love Island. How do they get that? Like, if y'all people break up, we gotta break it. Let me know, because 2 breakup exclusives within a 1 week span is crazy. So let's get into a little of the details. Prior to the people exclusive, an Instagram page did post that the two had split and said a source close to them revealed it. Now, they later deleted that, and so everybody thought it was speculation. Mind you, let's take it back a little bit more. Prior to that, we have seen like a video of Taylor kind of like talking to a girl. It looked like it could have been some shit going on, who knows. It just looked like a messy situation. And of course, they in each other's comments asking them what's going on. Nobody is saying anything. And it also was hinted during that time that Taylor and Clarke had already broke up, and that people in, where's Taylor from? North Carolina? South Carolina? Carolinas? In the Carolinas was already saying that the two had broke up because Taylor was dealing with some of their friends, sisters, whatever. All these rumors, right? Okay. So fast forward to maybe like a couple days before people dropped the article, Taylor answered some questions on his Snapchat. Let me pull those up. So one of the questions said, Tay, hope you're doing well. I'm sorry for all the weird people you have to deal with to this day. After a whole year later, keep doing you and give no F's. I watched you on the show. You were so respectful toward every girl in the villa. I've seen your character and I liked you so much watching the show. He said, if you know me as a person, then you know how I am. The show may show y'all different from what the people that experienced it with me saw. I don't address nothing if it's real or fake because I don't owe that to nobody. Y'all can speculate all y'all want. As long as me and God know the truth, that's all that matters. Cool. Next question said, like, gang, how do you stay unfazed by rumors? The internet throws at you every 2 seconds, LOL. They on the net throwing breakup rumors now after the whole cheating shit debunked. I got better things to do with my time rather than respond to shit that ain't real. I got responsibilities and a busy life. I don't have time to just sit and talk about people. I'm a grown man without like going to the internet to talk about someone. Now, this right here, honestly, because I'm a grown-ass woman and I pay attention to context clues, this right here is what made me realize that they actually were not together no more. Because I feel like if you were still together, you would have said, I'm still in a relationship. Probably not those exact words, but you would have hinted at that. He mentioned nothing of that, which clearly showed me that, you know, the rumors are actually true. We're no longer together. But I feel like he knew the article was coming out, so why address that on his Snapchat story? Another question said, because he did post a picture of Ace from the interview where Ace was basically saying Nicolandria was a fake relationship, he posted a screenshot of Ace from that interview with like the devil emoji smirking face, right? And a lot of people think that he was taking a dig at them breaking up, Nic and Olandria breaking up. Nic even unfollowed him after that. So, you know, of course it looked like what it looked like. Now, somebody said you have responsibility, right? But still have time to throw shade at Nic and Ola when you and that girl been broken up. Taylor said, prime example, and it's responsibilities, not responsibility. Another person said, LOL, grown man but post rubbish on your story the day you heard Nic broke up. He said, y'all really think that was about them? Laughing emojis. Y'all some clowns for assuming without context. I found out days before I posted that, goofies. So basically he's saying he found out days before posting the Snapchat thing, or not the Snapchat thing, the picture of Ace, that Olandria broke up. Olandria and them broke up. I believe that. I mean, you feel me? They are in that little circle, so I don't think that's like news. Of course, he probably found out about the breakup before us. But honestly, Taylor, you know what the fuck he was doing. Like, you knew people were going to speculate that you was basically taking a dig at them with that picture. Clearly, Nic did because he unfollowed your ass. So, it is what it is. Let's get into what the People article said about Taylor and Clarke's breakup. So, the title says, Love Island USA's Clarke Carniy makes difficult decision to split from Taylor Williams. Exclusive source. The season 7 couple started officially dating in October after meeting in Casa Amor. Another Love Island USA season couple has called it quits. People can exclusively confirm that Clarke Carniy and Taylor Williams have separated just over a year after they left the Fiji villa together. A source close to, is it Carniy? A source close to Carniy, 25, says that she made the difficult decision to part ways with Taylor and wishes him the absolute best. She will always be grateful for the time they shared together, the source says, and for everyone who showed them love and support from the very beginning. As she closes out this chapter, she's looking forward to focusing on her growth and what's ahead, as the source. Williams chose to couple up with Carniy after Casa Amor, and they were later dumped from the villa together. Their journey adjusting to life outside the villa was captured on season 2 of Love Island Beyond the Villa. One of the challenges captured on Beyond the Villa was Williams' horse riding accident, which he told Cosmo only made his relationship with Carniy stronger. I got to see who Clarke really was when I was on bed rest for 2 weeks. I got to see her caring side, how much she loves me, and how much she wants to tend to me if I need her to, he said in April. We definitely grew super strong. Williams and Carniy split comes just days after people confirmed that Carthen and Nicholas Van Steenberg have broke up. The distance between them and their busy schedules made it challenging to maintain their connection, a source said. They still remain close friends. They share a deep love and respect for each other and will always support one another whenever possible. I don't know if I'm surprised or not. I feel like a part of me is a little surprised, but I feel like social media kind of takes away the element of surprise because it's so much speculation on the internet already prior to these couples announcing they're going to, you know, separate outside of Nic and Olandria. I think nobody's seen that coming, but Taylor and Clarke, we haven't seen them together in a while. You know, Clarke was just on vacation with Shelly in, what's her fucking name? Shelly and Sierra. Okay, the two people who are on their season, and people are even posting videos in saying that Clarke looks sad. So, you know, honestly, I'm not sad. I wish them both the best. Honestly, it seemed like they both already had a little motion in their real lives before this, prior to this. Taylor was in VA school. I think he's still in VA school. He also comes from like a rich family. So, you know, it is what it is. He said, Clarke, I don't know what she do. I think she is still doing content, whatever. However, she was doing enough because she was able to work from home. So her job clearly is taking care of her. So that's all that matters. Shout out to both of them. I hope they, you know, are doing well mentally at whatever. Get out these people comments trying to badger them for not staying in a relationship. The shit is weird, okay? Move on, y'all. Please move on. A lot of people are doing this conspiracy theory thing saying that Love Island couples have this contract where they are supposed to stay together for 1 year and after that they can break the contract. That is bullshit. Once again, children, okay? There are a bunch of Love Island couples who didn't, and winners at that, who didn't even make it past 3 months, let alone 6 months, let alone a year, okay? So cut the shit. Cut the shit. I honestly think that the haze of it all, the honeymoon shit of it all phases after that year. You feel me? Shit starts to die down. Shit starts to die down in the public. Y'all not probably getting as many brand deals depending on who you are. Taylor and Clarke, for this instance, they're not really in the spotlight as much. They don't really get that many brand deals. Once the new season rolls in, it's like you start to, I don't want to say forget about the old couples, but I feel like on their end, that hype dies down a little bit. And maybe you start to see a motherfucker for who they really are. And you like, I don't know if I want to deal with this going forward. It is what it is. You know, people can break up a year, 2 months, 2 weeks, however fucking much they want to or long they want to. It is what it is. Wish them well and move on, okay? Now that was the end of the episode. If you made it to the end of this episode, please drop a purple heart below. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We almost at 1K. Thank you so much. I love y'all. See y'all next time. Bye, y'all.